as iconic as it gets. The inflatable rescue boat used to save lives at every single beach in every corner of the country. And for our volunteers to sharpen their skills, they come here. This is surf rescue at full throttle. This is the 2026 SHARKSKIN Australian IRB Championship.
Four days of racing down, and we are now at the point that our athletes have been dreaming of all year. Southwest Rocks on the New South Wales Mid-North Coast is about to play host to the ultimate battle for glory at the 2026 SHARKSKIN Australian IRB Championships. Our open semi-finals are done, and the medals and titles are about to be decided. Hello and welcome back to our coverage here at Southwest Rocks. My name is Sam Jordan, and I have the great honour of sitting alongside someone who knows what our athletes are thinking better than, well, almost anyone else. 24-time Australian champion Kate Harris. Kate, we have had the honour of calling these races so far throughout the morning, but now we can feel the intensity start to climb a little bit.
Well, I don't know how it's going to climb from those semis. Those semis were flat out. I don't know, they've got nowhere to go but up. But it's going to be extremely fast racing, and we'll see how much these waves play into it.
Yeah, that's right. We'll have the conditions report in just a moment, but take a look at some of the racing we have seen over the course of the last 2 days as well. These angles have been bouncing around the internet online, going viral in every direction, and for good reason as well. We have rarely had a glimpse to look at what goes into IRB racing like this, and you can see not only the speed and the skill of these competitors, but I have to say, also the bravery.
Absolutely. When you've got a boat coming at you at that speed, keep your hands up and trust that they're not going to run you over.
Yeah, extraordinary vision of the little skills that make up an Australian champion. Our 360 camera on top of the can too has earned plenty of love online. And look at this angle. Kira there on board with them. That is a faultless pickup, isn't it?
That's absolutely textbook. If people want to grab that bit of footage and try and learn how to do it, that's how you do it.
And that is what all of our competitors are going to be hoping for in all of these finals today. We are about to get underway with the Open IRB Mixed Teams Relay. That is going to be our first final of the afternoon, followed by the tubes, the mass rescues, the team rescues, followed by the surf rescue races. We've seen the semi-finals in all of these events, but it is all about the race for gold and also the conditions as well, which has been a really big storyline here at Southwest Rocks today. Let's go down to the sand with Harold Marshall. Harold, things have been changing quickly.
4 seasons in 1 day is what it has been. The jumper is now on. It's actually a little bit fresh. Earlier, the sun was out, it was blazing, it was hot. But at the moment, we've got this dropping tide. So what we're going to see throughout this finals program is waves are getting a little bit more dumpy. It's still fast, it's fair, it's equitable across the board. Done is ready to go. Let's get into it, guys.
Well said, Harold. Thank you very much. Yeah, that wave has really started to play a role in deciding who is going through and now who will win these races. We are straight into the start list for the Open Mixed Relay Championship of Australia. On the northern end of the line, we do have Kiama Downs Red, Barwon Heads 13th Beach, Ocean Grove, Newport Gold, Miami Beach Team A, Caves Beach Maroon, and then 2 of the heavyweight clubs that we will be looking out for. We have Kurrawa Team A and Kira Team A. So that is our start list for the final. Big clubs on the line. We cannot wait to see it, Kate. This is a really big event for clubs.
It is. It's the one you really want to win. You do it, you get a gold medal with with 15 of your best mates. It's an awesome one to win.
And they are in the starter's hand already. We are now ready for a start in this open mixed IRB relay. The big Queensland clubs that we've been talking about so many times today, they're on the southern end of the line, but there is plenty of skill and experience at the other side as well. Barwon Heads 13th Beach, so many experienced and already successful athletes over the course of this carnival next to Kiama Downs there on the northern side of the line, and we are now away and racing our first Australian gold medal to be handed out this afternoon. And it looked as though it could have been Ocean Grove that got the best of it towards the northern end of the line, as we see Newport and now Miami Beach push to the front, Kira on the southern side.
Absolutely. We're starting off with the tube here, so it's when our whole thing's going to slow down a bit. We've got a swimmer who's got to swim 25 metres out.
And it looks as though it is Newport that is into the water in front at the moment, but already a big move being made from Kira on the southern side of the line.
That's a huge... He's thrown already. He's thrown before anyone else. He's on his way back.
Extraordinary. He has flown off the boat and into the water, and Kate, that's a pretty big advantage at this point of the race.
That is, when you've got the team that they've got behind them. This race goes for so long that we're going to see a lot of changes in their leaders. If Kira can lead a tube like this, their mass girls are too good to get caught up, I think.
So Kira are in clean and they're racing back into the beach. I do want to make a point of just saying that Barwon Heads, we called them early. Something's happened off camera. They are now a long way behind. But out in front and a long way in front is Kira Beach flying back into the sand. One leg done into the transition.
They've had a lead like this before at Aussies, and they're so hard to pin back from here. You're sending in the Australian team rep in your mass, and she's such a good runner. It's going to be hard to peg them back from here. Something's going to have to go wrong.
And that is what the rest of the field is trying to do at the moment. Real Kira back in. Karawa look to be in second if they can get moving. Caves Beach right there as well after fighting back very cleanly. But Kira, as the rest of the field cops a little bit of a bump, Kira are now streaking further ahead.
Before that little wave hit them, Karawa had an amazing transition and pegged them back a lot.
But now we can see Kira's advantage being stretched out once again as they make their way in for the pickup there cleanly. Yes, they do, but I have to say Karawa and Caves Beach are coming hard. So too Miami in fourth, but that's a big move from the New South Wales club.
Yeah, Caves Beach are right up there. Every time we come into the beach, it's going to come down to those skills of putting your boat in the right spot, and there's so many times that you can make an advantage.
It's an all-important part of the race. Harold Marshall is down there in the thick of the action on the sand. Harold, this is where the race is being won.
Yeah, most definitely. The transitions are ultra tight at the moment. Again, just on this finish here, a lot of water under the boats. Double pull here for Caves Beach, a little bit costly, but we did see right at the very start some more bad luck for 13th Beach Barwon Heads. The engine didn't start on time for them. A few pulls and they're away, and that race is all but over for them. But at the front, the Kira A team is setting the pace.
Luck can go a long way to deciding these races. Thank you very much, Harold. We saw
Karawa come through that turn. Sorry there for talking over there.
A big move, and now they're in front, Kay.
That came down to the turn. She absolutely nailed that turn.
And that is what you need to do to win Australian Championships. It is Karawa in front, but Kira Beach is right there with them. And after that double pull from Caves Beach, they're now back within striking distance as well.
Absolutely. Double pull is going to kill you in some of these races, but she's obviously done a really good turn and pickup to get them back.
So it is Kira flying into the water now. Kira may have pulled up alongside in front. They may have even snatched that wave back. No, we have another little stumble there. So Karawa has the advantage over Kira. Caves Beach right there within striking distance as well. But in conditions like this, there is nothing separating these teams.
I'm loving that we've had these guys beside each other, because having that ding-dong battle and racing right next to you, you'd hate to be racing someone in lane one that's so far away you can't see them.
Yeah, that's right. So it is Karawa with maybe, I was going to say half a boat length, but not anymore. They are neck and neck, and Caves Beach is right there as well. This is a very close battle as they make their way back into the sand. Kira Beach are in one. They're going to hit the sand first. Karawa is right there in two, and it's all coming down to this.
Yeah, put your boat up as far up the beach as you can and drag it back out. So Kira's got back in the boat first.
And that's Karawa on screen there. It looks as though they got away pretty well, but Kira had the advantage. They popped that first whitewash. Here is a wave that is going to launch Karawa through the air. That has slowed them down. Caves Beach is now alongside them, and Kira are closing in on defending their Australian title. It is all about getting around these turns clean, and then it's a race back to the beach. A little drag there as they get their patient out of the water, but Kira Beach is going to defend their Australian title. They are out in front. Caves Beach is in 2 and Karawa is in 3.
We've got one more leg to go here, and this is going to be Coach Taya Domaraki taking out. She's used to bringing these teams home. She's done it so many times.
I'm excited. I'm that excited by the action, Kate. I've gone one early. It's Kira out in front at the moment. They do have the advantage. They are being hunted in, but the race is on their terms at the moment. It is all about getting moving. A slight double
for Kira,
pull there.
but she's still off.
And they don't have a wave to contest through as well. What's going through their minds at the moment?
She'll be looking behind her, seeing what the lead she got. She's just got to make sure of this, get everything right. Being their coach, she needs to be able to get everything right.
So it is all about getting it right at the moment. Caves Beach is right there as well. So Caves Beach is doing all they can to come back in, but that is a textbook pickup. Kira are now on their way back in. Caves Beach still with plenty of pace. They're going to need to get out clean, but if they do, then they will defend their Australian title. Flying over the sand, Caves has come out of nowhere. Caves Beach is right there in the mix. We thought the race was over, but Caves Beach have absolutely flown through the break on the way back in, and they are now celebrating on the sand.
Kira did nothing wrong there. That was a wave on the way in. We saw in the footage they had to push over a wave, and I don't think Caves had to push over that wave, and that was the difference.
Caves Beach, you can see the looks on their faces. They're looking like they can hardly believe it. Kira had such a stranglehold on that race. It was a massive advantage, yet somehow Caves has pulled them back in.
Caves got hit by multiple waves throughout that race. Their skills just were phenomenal in their turns and pickups then to keep bringing it back.
They look shell-shocked, the competitors from Kira, and you have to say that you can understand why, because there wasn't much that they did wrong in that race. It looked as though they were going to take that one out and defend their Australian title. We cannot wait to see the run in on that last leg as well, because you mentioned there the consistency, the smooth way that Caves were able to shoot down each run. It looked as though they had their motor in the water the whole time and were able to get that acceleration, because that was absolutely extraordinary.
That was an
a race
amazing
that we
race
saw on the way back
Absolutely amazing race to watch.
Let's relive the action right
Look
now.
how far back Caves are.
And that was off the start. So that was the immediate start of the race. Ocean Grove had the best of it in the early stages. It was a huge swim from Kira to come to the front, but Caves Beach just as impressive.
We've got them in third here, so it's Kira, Karawa, Caves off that tube. And then it was just these transitions every time.
So this was Kira Beach, who looked to be doing everything right. There wasn't many places, if any, that I can remember where they slipped up. They were punching over that waves. They were nailing every moment that they had. But Caves Beach making a late surge as well. Even when I incorrectly called that it was the last leg of the race, Caves Beach never stopped believing. And even though they had a couple of little moments like that, a double pull there on screen, they did not give up and kept fighting for absolutely every inch. Karawa was right there pushing the pace for a lot of that race as well.
I think having those three together too, it put every driver under pressure. They had them right next door and they knew they were there.
So this is Kira flying over the top of a wave, but they recovered well from that, and look at the advantage that they have here at the moment. Caves, though, just going for everything on those turns.
Good to see this transition here from Caves, see what they did.
So Kira on the way back in, now heading back out again. I have to admit, Kat, I'm somewhat shell-shocked.
Well, look at the difference here.
So this is Caves Beach now making their way back in. Kira flying over the top of that wave. We had the camera locked on them, but I think you're right in saying it was just that run that Caves got down the wave, or lack of run down the wave. They had nice smooth water on the way back in. They absolutely nailed the dismount, and as a result, they've won the Australian title. The first Australian title here of the Open Finals this afternoon, the Open Mixed Relay, and Caves Beach is on the sand with Harold Marshall.
That's right, we've got the Australian champions down here. We are going to start with Shay. Went in the water second to third-ish after a really strong performance there from Flynn and the whole team. but just coming in, it just seemed like something was going to happen. There was a tiny little bow wave that come underneath. You were able to get that deep finish. At what point did you think you were thereabouts?
Oh, look, I honestly didn't know until the end. Everyone's screaming at me, and I just ran as hard as I could because I knew we were close, but I just wanted to smash it for everyone. After having a few stuff up myself, I'm so glad I could do it for the team.
All right, we're going to let you go because you're back on the start line. You get out of here. Then we're going to check in with Flynn. Talk about the club and the culture, mate.
Oh, mate, that's what drives us to keep pushing harder, keep rocking up to training. It's not even a culture; it's a family, honestly. I think that's what gets us the results, and it's a long time coming, but it's good to see that we finally got here.
Need to add anything to that, Tori?
No, Flynn, sorry, I'm losing my voice from cheering so much. Flynn pretty much sums it up. Like, Scotty is so well at keeping us all together, and we really are a family, and it is a long time coming, that's true, but Scotty said at the start of the race, just do you and be perfect, and everyone did that, so it's really exciting to take the win.
There we have it. Can't say it any better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, the Australian champions.
And Harold, there is nothing left to say other than that. That was an unbelievable way to kick off our finals this afternoon. Caves Beach winning gold. It looked as though Kira were powering towards the gold medal and defending their title, but instead it is the New South Wales club that has knocked them off to win, ahead of Kira A in second and Karawa in third.
Well, Kira and Karawa have won this event before previously. I don't think Caves has ever won a national IRB relay, it's a massive one for a club to win.
It's an extraordinary result for the entire club. Scott Bryant's been leading them for so long there. They've been building towards a result like this, and this is their day. A huge congratulations to Caves Beach taking out the open mixed relay. All right, Kate, we are standing by for the Open Female Tube Rescue Championship of Australia. Kira Beach on screen there. That is Charlotte Cross. You can see throwing the arms around, getting ready to swim. She is on the Shaw and Partners Iron Series. It's been one of the great stories of the IRB season so far. They've had so much success. All eyes are on whether they can do it in the Opens as well. Yeah,
it'd be great to see her do it. I'm super impressed with Charlotte. It's good to be a good swimmer in this event, but she's actually a really good crewman. Those guys have drilled her down there, and she's really good in the boat.
All right, we are now standing by for the Tube Rescue. This is the Tube Race. In the Tube Rescue, competitors will fly off the beach, headed for the first turning can. Once they have rounded that, the crew person will jump out of the boat and into the water, beginning the swim with the tube to their patient who is at the third can. After picking them up, it's a swim back to the second and the boat and back to the beach. First across the line will win.
So much involved in this race. Obviously, we've got to have those good swimmers, but the patient is so important. You don't want to be dragging dead weight. You've got to drag them 25 metres. So someone who can kick really strongly and get themselves back into the boat as well for the pickup.
And this is our start list for the Open Female Tube Rescue Championship of Australia. Karawa Team B, Ocean Grove Team EA, North Cronulla, Kira Team B, Barwon Heads 13th Beach, Caves Beach Black, Nobbies in New South Wales, and Karawa Team A. We mentioned the Kira team before, Kate. There's been so much excitement around their progress this season. It was a 1-2-3 for Kira at the Queensland State titles. Only one of their teams is into this Australian Championship decider, and that is the team that did take that event out. We mentioned Charlotte Cross. She does have the ability here, not only as a swimmer that we've seen in surf sports, but the way she can swim with the tube as well, and also her technical skills have really caught everyone's eyes this week.
Absolutely, she's great in the boat. It was interesting in the semi, though. Those Karawa girls really gave it to them. They had a big lead in that semi-final, so it's been great to see that match-up in this race.
So all eyes on Kira B as well. It was Caves Beach Black that won this race last year. They're starting from alley 6, third from the bottom of screen there. the Barwon Heads team MS. Their under-23s winning the rescue and mass yesterday, but it is all about what is about to unfold in the ocean. Looks of determination on the face there.
When we see the aerial of that start line of the boats, they are all in different spots. You can see there the handlers trying to get the best water. They're not in a straight line.
That is Kurrawa Team B at the top of screen, at least a boat length further in front. Kurrawa Team A, maybe the same distance on the bottom.
Yeah, which, I mean, they're further out to sea, but their driver's got to run further to get there. So depending on how the water goes.
And we are racing in the Australian Championship final here of the Open Female Tube Rescue. And it looked as though it was Kira Team B in the middle of the field that certainly got the best of the start. Kurrawa flying in the air at the top of the screen, but their club mates in Team A are right there at the bottom. Kira Team B will lead heading into the can.
We've got North Cronulla right next to them too. Everyone's had a good drop-off and a dive there, so we're going to see who gets that patient first.
So it's all gone to plan for Kira so far. Charlotte Cross is in the water. We've seen the strength that she has shown so far since making the switch to the sport, but I think that's North Cronulla that has the lead at the moment.
North Cronulla through first. They're definitely in front, but we've also got Kurrawa down on this close end. They're not far behind North Cronulla.
A big move from Barwon Heads as well that we could see. It's North Cronulla in one, Barwon Heads and Kurrawa on the bottom of screen there in two. Kira now starting to make a move there, but this pickup is going to be so crucial to seeing who is on their way back in. North Cronulla in the boat. It may not have been the cleanest, but they do have the lead.
They do. That was you've got to go in fast sometimes. It's not going to look pretty, but as long as it gets done fast.
This race is going down to the wire. North Cronulla in front from a fast finishing Kira and Kurrawa. It is going to be very close, and the finish will decide it. North Cronulla has the advantage, and now they have the Australian title. They have won gold here in the Open Female Tube Rescue Championship of Australia. Kira Team B coming across the line for second. It looked as though Kurrawa A got there for third, but there is no doubting our winners, North Cronulla. What a performance.
That was an amazing swim, and as you said, the pickup didn't look pretty. It doesn't have to look pretty as long as it's fast.
The team of Caitlin Burns, Lily Hook, and Xavier Burns there, the patient, have lived out a dream performance.
That's such a good way to start the finals package.
Absolutely extraordinary. North Cronulla in celebration mode. And what a result for the club as well, because they're a club that has been building over the course of the past few years. North Cronulla maybe doesn't have the resources or the depth that we've seen from a Kurrawa and Kira that we spoke a lot about in that race, but they have the skills, they have the ability, and this is where we saw it.
Absolutely. So they've gone in maybe second there, dove in second or third.
So what was that?
But it'd be interesting to see what they get to that can out there.
And what a swim it was there. So that's only maybe half a boat length or so from North Cronulla, but you could see that it started to extend out in those final few metres. Like we were saying during the race call, the pickup maybe not be the cleanest that they've ever done, but they did exactly what they had to. A fantastic finish and running across the line. It was Kira Team B there in second. Could have been Caves Beach or Barwon Heads there as well, maybe coming through for bronze ahead of Kurrawa, but there is no denying our winners. It is North Cronulla, and they are standing by with Harrow.
We are down here with the Australian champions, with arguably the most technical sport and race we're going to have here today. Expectations going in, did you think you guys were going to be thereabouts?
Yeah, we figured we'd be up there. This girl is the best swimmer I've ever seen.
Ever seen so fast. Now, getting out of the boat early, Xavier kicking hard. Did you know whereabouts you were placed on the pickup?
I had no idea. I was too busy swimming.
Oh, too tired to think.
But think about this though, you guys are now the Australian champion. Who at the club do you need to thank?
Oh, everyone, our coach Sam, everyone on the team, Katie who drove for me in state, Lily, and Xavier for kicking, our parents, literally everyone. They've all helped us get to where we are.
And you are the best in Australia now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Open Female Tube Champions of Australia, North Cronulla.
what a result from North Cronulla. The proud Sydney club is standing on top of the podium in the Open Female Tube Rescue. The team of Caitlin Burns, Lily Hook and patient Xavier Burns there winning gold ahead of Kira Team B and Barwon Head's 13th Beach MS.
Those North Cronulla girls, I'd be interested to check that. She sounded like she said in that interview she had a different driver at the state titles. So Lily Hook stepping into the Australian titles and getting her a gold medal.
And that is versatility and the sign of a great club. And now it is time for the Open Men's Tube Rescue Championship of Australia here at the SHARKSKIN IRB titles. In alley number 1, we do have Caves Beach White, Barwon Heads 13th Beach, Kira Team B, Kira Team A side by side, Kurrawa Team B, Newport Gold, Kurrawa A and Portsea Team A.
It's going to be interesting in this. We're looking at that start line. We just watched an IRB relay that started with men's tube, and we had Kira in front in that one, and also Caves Beach. So it's going to be an interesting fight to see what can happen here. 13th Beach didn't get off the beach in the relay, so it'll be interesting to see how if they can hit out this tube that they didn't get a chance to in the relay.
So we are in the starters' hands for this Open Male IRB Tube Rescue Championship of Australia. Some different tactics being employed by our crew people there in the water. You can see Barwon Head's 13th Beach coming a little bit further back towards the sand. They want to get in that boat early and go.
The driver, Eli, he's a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit less weight in the boat. He might be able to get into a boat a bit shallower.
Regardless of where our crews opt to get in, they all want to get in clean. It is a short race. It is a furious race, and it's a race with a lot of technical aspects. If you nail those technical aspects, you will go a long way to winning gold, and that fight is now underway. The Open Male Tube Rescue is in the water, and it looked as though the teams in the middle of the field looked as though they got away well before a couple of waves throw our competitors in the air. These waves are starting to cause a little bit of havoc.
They are, and it's coming through that middle of the field again. It looks like Kira going in first.
Both of Kira's teams are right there. Kira Team A in the middle, Kira Team B is to the north of them, but Kurrawa has made a big move as well. So too Newport Gold. And on the bottom of the screen there, Portsea Team A is already hooking up their patient and swimming back to the boat.
Wow, that's a ball over for Portsea. Also 13th on the top of the field, threw his tube super early, trying to give himself an advantage.
Teams are rolling the dice here, and for good reason as well. It looks as though Kira Team A is starting to come back towards them, but it's going to be Kurrawa and Portsea who have the best opportunity to pick up their patience and go. Our top 3 have turned. Kurrawa has come out in front. Drama for Portsea. Portsea has slipped further back. They are out of the race for a medal at the moment, and Kira is now in front. It is Kira flying back towards the beach, hunting down gold ahead of Kurrawa in second. Kira dismounting and running up the beach. They will win the Australian Championship in this Open Male Tube Rescue.
That's a bit of redemption for those boys. They put that IRB relay in front with an awesome swim in the relay, so they'd be stoked to get that one. And in second place, our New Zealand team. They're from Kurrawa now, but they are the New Zealand representatives and brothers who are a great tube team.
Kurrawa, the club, finishing second in this event last year as well. It was Caves Beach, the defending champions, but now that torch has been passed on to Kira. What a carnival they have been having so far, and this is just another result that goes to show it. We do have some tense moments on the beach as well. Kate, what are we waiting for here? Official confirmation from the judges?
Yeah, official confirmation on so many parts of the race that can get you DQ'd, so they've got to look at all of that before they want to tell people who's won, but I think it's these Kira boys have got it safe.
And looking at the celebrations we can see on the beach at the moment, Kira does look as though they have been told, you are the new Australian champions. It is a race that serves up so many curveballs. We saw that there, Kira, we expected to see them at the front. They had a fair bit of work to do at the end, but that pickup at the end was absolutely extraordinary.
Yeah, went in the same time as Portsea. Portsea unfortunately got caught up on the can, so that was the end of theirs.
Let's relive the action in this race now as well. This is our race replay. Portsea looked as though they made a fantastic start, but some waves stood up really for all of our field at one point.
Yeah, it was good. It hit across the whole field, so there was no advantage to any one team.
So the middle of the field had the best of it in the early stages. What are you seeing from Portsea there?
He just had such a good swim out. And then home as well. It looks like, well, see, the swimmers halfway in the boat and fallen back out of the boat on that one, unfortunately.
It's a heartbreaking result for Portsea. They were so close to winning an Australian medal, maybe even an Australian title, but you have to execute those moments, and that is what Kira did. Our champions in the open male rescue tube race, standing by with Harold.
We've got 2 out of the 3. Ben's had the jet. He's back on the start line for the next race, but we're going to talk to Bryce because coming through, elite swim. Portsea were out in front. Pickup was great. You were both in the boat so fast. At what point did you think you were going to be Australian champions?
Oh, man. I just kept my head down the whole way, just as fast as I could, and I just saw the boat turn at the same time with Cara, and I just saw our boat just gaining on the front, on the boat speed, and then as soon as Ben just exited, I knew we were gold medalists.
Nice. Now, Michael, again, the club is special. Is this going to be the momentum shift to get the Australian program for the Opens fired up now?
Yeah, that's the snowball rolling for sure.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Australian champions for the Open Male Tube Rescue.
This is the mass rescue, and like the name suggests, there is plenty of action. Teams will fly off the beach, rounding the first can before heading to the second to pick up their patient. Once that's done, it's back to the beach, where the first patient jumps out, the driver runs the transition, the boat is turned, and it's back for round 2. The same course for the second time, fighting to come back in first place.
There's going to be a lot on these transitions in this race, like we saw in the relay. What you're going to see in this women's races is some bigger boys as the first patient to turn the boat. I know we just saw Ben Domaraki win that tube. He's run straight back out to patient for the girls. He'll be the first patient, and he'll be turning the boat around and making sure it's in the right spot.
And our teams are standing by for this Australian final, the Open Female Mass Rescue. So in the starters' hands at the moment, Broadbeach, Kira B, Caves Beach Maroon, Frankston, Caves Beach White, Kurrawa D, Kurrawa A, and North Cronulla on the southern end of the line. Which end of the beach will get the best of the conditions? So far today it's been a lottery, but it's going to go a long way to decide in this race.
The end lanes have still been getting a bit better of the surf, but on these transitions, the middle lanes.
And they are away and racing in the Open Female Mass Rescue Championship of Australia. A little bit of waiting to be done as they make their way across the bank, and it looks as though the teams on either end of the line have the best of it at the moment. North Cronulla just smashed by a wave, which has opened the door for Kurrawa D in front and Kurrawa A right there alongside of them. Broadbeach Team B on the top of the screen, but Kurrawa has a stranglehold at the moment.
And throw a blanket over those in the turns. Every single one of them nailed their turns. Kurrawa D got a bit caught up on their pickup.
Yeah, that's right. So Kurrawa D has fallen a few boat lengths behind. It's Kurrawa A in front at the moment, a boat length ahead of North Cronulla, and Broadbeach B on the top of the screen. Here comes the transition, the all-important transition.
So North Cronulla's taken their boat right up the beach, so they're relying on those crew to turn it around. If it works, she'll get an advantage here.
Well, we will see. They're jumping back in the boat at the moment. That water looks quite shallow. The crew person just falling over the top of the boat. And that's allowed Kurrawa A to get moving. So Kurrawa A has an advantage, but North Cronulla is right there with them. It looks as though we're seeing a big move from, could be Caves Beach perhaps at the top of the screen. We'll wait and see as they come into those cans. Yeah, it is Caves Beach, but it's Kurrawa out in front.
Well, North Cronulla tried to push it. They pushed that transition. It works or it doesn't. Unfortunately, they hit a bit of sand on that way back out.
And North Cronulla's also fallen a little bit further behind on the pickup as well. It is Karawa out in front ahead of Caves Beach, and Kira making a move too, but Karawa is flying back to the sand. That was a faultless performance to win the Australian Championship in the Open Female Mass Rescue.
That definitely came down to the transition then. North Cronulla pushed it, which you've got to do if you want to win the gold. Unfortunately, a little bit shallow, gave Karawa that advantage.
It's a big call, isn't it? But Australian titles are won on big calls. What are you thinking, Kate, when you saw that decision get made by North Cronulla?
They were a little bit behind, so the only way to get back into that is to do something a little bit more risky. It could have worked for her. You've got to push it.
And Karawa instead opting to get out of that boat a little bit earlier, swing it around and get it ready for the second leg, and that is the payoff there. Smiles, celebrations, and soon to be gold medals around the necks of Karawa after what was another really tight race here at Southwest Rocks. So let's take a look at the race replay now, because the southern end of the line did look as though they got the best of those opening stages.
It did look like this end got off a bit easier.
Broad Beach at the top of the screen there, just getting clipped by a little wave. Caves Beach did a really great job of fighting their way back into proceedings as well. What did you see at these cans?
That was super even from Karawa and North Cronulla in that, but then Karawa just came out a bit faster. You can see where she pushes it in a bit further.
And a well-ran transition as well.
A little bit of sand kicking up from the propeller there. That was the end of it.
That's the risk, that's the payoff. North Cronulla were right there still battling for the win, but perhaps those turns just led them a little bit further astray of Karawa there, going wide around that final turn. Karawa just had one wave to contend with on the way back in. It was tight there with Caves Beach pushing very hard at the end of the race, but Karawa have taken out the Open Female Mass Rescue, and they're standing by with heart.
So we're down here with the Australian champions. The transition was where it was won. You girls did an amazing job getting that boat back into deep water. How much work goes into that?
Oh, we've been training all year for this. Shout out to our coaches and just the crew for getting us through the season and just constantly pushing us. Yeah.
Conditions a little bit different, dropping tide. What were the coach's instructions before you went out?
Go out and give it everything, park it up high, you guys will get it round and run fast.
Well, fast, they were high. They're now the Australian champions. Ladies and gentlemen, the Karawa A team for the Mass Rescue. Big round of applause. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Harold. We are still waiting for those results to be made official. We will bring you those as soon as that does happen, but we know who our champions are. It's Karawa. Very strong performance.
And you can notice on the screen there is only two of them. I don't know if it was the driver or crew, but they handed her a helmet and she's run away to go and patient for the boys. So no rest.
Let's take a look at those results now as Karawa begin their celebrations, and for good reason. A very dominant performance there in the Open Female IRB Mass Rescue Championship here at the SHARKSKIN Aussie titles. The team of Simone Van Eck, Courtney Keach, Alex Shepherd and Sienna Duncan finishing ahead of Caves Beach Maroon and North Cronulla Emotional Beached Whales fighting back there for the bronze medal. That must have been a very tight finish ahead of Kira Team B rather, Frankston, Karawa D, Caves Beach and Broad Beach Team B. We're now ready for a start in the Open Male IRB Mass Rescue Championship of Australia. And beginning from Alley 1 is Miami Beach B. In 2 is Karawa A. Alongside them, Kira A and Kira B side by side. Newport changed, Barwon Heads 13th Beach A, North Cronulla Freebird and Miami Beach Team B. It is a stacked final.
It absolutely is. We've got all your big clubs that we've been seeing all through these semis just dominating.
Kira, the defending champions in this event, looking to go back-to-back, but they don't just have one opportunity to do so. They've got the two teams in it who over the course of the week so far have had very little separating them. Miami opting for a track start on the sand. Every step makes a huge difference.
I don't know about the block start for me, getting sand on your hand before you got to start the motor, but each to their own.
And now we will find out whether the payoff is there. Miami flying to their boat. It looks as though they're going to be first in as well, and that is where the payoff is. So Miami hit by a wave, though, just as when it looked as though they were flying off the beach. Instead, they've been brought back to the field, and it is Kira out in front. That is Kira's B team that leads at the moment, narrowly ahead of their A team. Karawa A and Miami Beach B on the top of screen right there as well.
Well, that's our under-23 boys, Cody Nash, who had a blinder in the 23s, winning everything. Next to him is A-team Ben Domaraki, so let's see this transition and see who can get it.
It's not just the battle of the clubs, it's the battle of the generations as well. Kira's under-23 team is in front at the moment. One leg down, one to go as they make the scramble back to their boat, but the rest of the field is starting to come fast.
A bit of sand off that, but he's might have got it off and gotten away with it.
Look at that little wave come through on an angle as well. We haven't seen that at all so far this weekend, and the ocean has parted to allow Kira to race out in front. That is exactly what you were hoping for from the ocean in a moment like that.
That was Moses. I don't know what Cody's done to deserve the seas just absolutely parting for him and hitting everyone else.
Divine intervention for Kira Beach. They have dominated the under-23 age category, winning all 4 gold medals yesterday, and now they are about to add the Open Championship to their names as well. That was as good as it gets from Kira Beach. An arrow into the sky and gold medals around their necks.
And the first person up there to hug him is Ben Domaraki. That's such good teamwork. He got hit by a wave and was out of it, but he's so stoked for his teammate.
No doubt, you're always hoping to be able to defend your Australian title, but if you're going to give it to anyone, you want it to be your club mates, don't you?
Absolutely. If you're going to lose, you want it to be someone wearing the same cap. And these guys are after the point score. Even if they're not winning gold, they've got 2 in the finals. They want points. These guys want that trophy.
We've been so impressed by their performances, not only yesterday in the under-23 finals, not only at Interstate and over the course of the season, but this really does feel like a heralding that we are here now ready to race in the open category.
Absolutely. Those boys can back up and do both. They've just got so much depth in there.
So it is Kira Beach who takes out the Open Male Mass Rescue Championship. Let's relive that race because Miami made a flying start, but they were absolutely crunched by a wave here.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. They got off the beach so well, and then Cody just got straight out without hitting anything.
That's Miami there, clean pickup, but you just cannot help what the ocean dictates for you in front of you in this race. A very clean transition by Kira Beach, but it doesn't get any better than what we're about to see, does it? Look at this wave breaking sideways to clip the rest of our field. Nothing for our leaders.
You did see him, as he came off the beach, he turned left a little bit. He's looked up, extremely smart racing, looked up, gone a bit left and got through that gap.
And that is the result as well. The payoff is huge, and it is a gold medal. Kira Beach, Team B, taking out the Open Male Mass Rescue here at the SHARKSKIN Australian Championships. Enough time for a celebration coming over the line. They've had plenty of celebrations over the course of the weekend so far, and I dare say there will be many more into the future as well. Our winning team is with Harold.
There will be celebrations because the boys have done the unthinkable. They've won the 23 mass yesterday, backed it up for your first Open Mass. How can you keep backing up race after race, mate? Because it's unbelievable to watch.
I don't know. It's, I don't know how we do it, but we just get through, get it done. But we got to make this short and sharp because we've got to go patient now.
That's it. Ty, who do you need to thank in the club?
Coaches, TR, Homie, Brendan pressure washing, Ben keeps pushing us at training every week. Couldn't be here without him, and our team mechanic Connor couldn't have the gear without him.
That's it. The rising tide raises all ships, and that's what we see with our Australian champions, Open Male Mass, Kira.
Thank you very much, Harold, and congratulations to Kira. That's a winner's mentality, isn't it? They want to celebrate it, but they're focusing on the next race. Forget about the gold medal they've just won. They've got to get ready for one more.
Well, both those boys are running off to now patient for the girls. So putting a helmet on, jumping down into the patient boat, straight back out to sea. You can see them running down here now. That's to get in a boat to go out and patient.
Look, the race doesn't end, does it? Flying over the top of the boat. They would be forgiven for walking down to the boat and allowing themselves to get a little bit more breath into their lungs, a little bit more oxygen back into their body. But it's fast and furious racing here, not just on the water and the boats, but also with the order of events as well. We do have a slight pause for now. We are just waiting for those results to be confirmed by the judges.
So those boys will be heading back out there now to Patient. And then as soon as they get out of the Patient boat, they're going to be backing up to do their own team's race as well. They're in that final as well, those two boys.
Plenty more action to come, plenty of action that we have seen here at Southwest Rocks Beach. We are starting to work our way well into our finals. The open finals package at the SHARKSKIN Australian Championships. We do have those results for you now. In the open male Mass Rescue Championship of Australia, and yes, it was Kira Team B, the Australian champions. Ty Smith, Cody Nash, Taya Domaraki and Finlay Regan finishing ahead of Miami Beach Team B and Kurrawa Team A. They are our top three, an all Queensland podium for the medals, and it's Kira who goes home with gold. All right, it is on to the team's rescue now. It is bigger numbers in the teams, and that also means bigger action. It's the same course as the Mass, boats flying out to the Cairns, picking up their patients, and then heading back to the beach. But this time, the transition tags a new driver, and together with a new crew person, they do it all again.
So we're going to see those transitions again, Sam, in this one. So who can put their boat in the exact right spot to give their second driver a chance?
It feels as though the transition takes on even more importance in a team than it does even a mass rescue.
Absolutely. And what you're going to have, we saw Ty and Cody sending out there to be patients. They'll be the first patient because they're going to be the ones helping the girls turn it around and also trying to put it in the exact right spot. That experience that they've just won in that race, hopefully they can bring that into patient for their girls.
And this is our start list for who will contest the Open Female Teams Rescue Championship here at the SHARKSKIN IRB Aussies. In alley number 1, it is Nobbies alongside Broadbeach A, Miami Beach B, Kurrawa Team A, Caves Beach White, Kira Team A, Caves Beach Maroon, and Barwon Heads 13th Beach. And it is, of course, Broadbeach who are our defending champions in this event as well. Winning a gold medal is not easy. To defend it is an even tougher task. And that endeavour is now underway. We are racing in this team's rescue final. It looked as though some crews were dragging their boats out late at the final moment. And you can see why as well, because the water disappeared and Kira shot out in front.
Amazing handling by Kira then. They chased the water out. They made the girls run a bit further. But look at the advantage they've got.
So it's Kira who has a couple of boat length lead at the moment over Caves Beach White and Kurrawa Team A. Kira coming into the Cairns. It looked as though Caves Beach White, though, making a big move and almost pulling up alongside them.
Yeah, that was an amazing turn and pick up from those guys to pick them back.
It is an even race at the moment. Barwon Heads 13th Beach also making a big move alongside Caves Beach Maroon. So we thought Kira might have kicked clear. Instead, it is a very tight race. A blanket could be thrown over the field at the moment, which makes these moments coming up now all the more important.
Yep, so we'll see who got the better of the water here on this transition. We've got a boat that's a lot further out to sea, but they're about to hit a wave.
And that is a big move being made from, I believe, Caves Beach White. Caves Beach White opting to get into the boat a lot closer to the sand, and now they are in front, maybe half a boat length over their club mates, Caves Beach Maroon. Kira Team A right there in the hunt as well. This is going down to the wire.
Coming out of the pickup, we've got a blanket across those guys.
So it really is neck and neck at the moment. There is nothing separating these teams. Maybe Caves Beach Maroon on the bottom of the screen has a slight advantage. Kira Team A is right there alongside Caves Beach. Why to get bumped by a wave? It's a racing two for the gold medal. Who is out clean? It is Kira Beach Team A who will win the Australian Championship here at the SHARKSKIN IRB Aussies.
Kira going back-to-back in races just then. That's a bit of redemption for Taya, who had that last leg in the IRB relay. Things didn't go to plan. On that one, she's brought it home.
And not only that for the club, they've also taken one back off Caves Beach as well, who took out that mixed relay a little bit earlier today. The celebrations on the sand tell the story. The race was never over at any point, but Kira, they left their run late.
Yeah, definitely. They did whatever they could to get themselves into that position. Unfortunately, a bit of surf and a bit of that transition held them up.
Let's take a look at that race replay, because that was one of the closest races we've seen, not just of the day, but of the championship so far. It was neck and neck on the way back in, and it started in the same way as well. Different decisions being made by the crews. Kira had the best of it at the start of that race.
Yeah, definitely. That's a massive lead that they had.
You can see Caves Beach there. Caves Beach White, who are to the north of Kira, the leaders on screen there.
Amazing
with a really
turn and pick up
move.
for that.
That was
that
a
first
sensational pick up from Caves Beach, who came right back into it. This is where we thought Kira looks like they were potentially extending their lead ever so slightly, but Caves Beach just never went away. When this little wave came through, they actually had the lead there.
Yeah, that wave definitely brought Kira back to the field.
And look at this, it doesn't get any closer than this. This was Kira's pickup. They did exactly what had to be done, and now we are 3 wide. The Caves Beach team on the top of the screen is going to hit a little bump on the way back in. A slight stumble there from Caves Beach on that run up the beach, and Kira absolutely perfect in their finish, and that has seen them win the gold medal. Harold is standing by with our winners.
I am standing by down here with the Australian champions, but I want to check in with you, Bailey, because last year wasn't the greatest in this race.
No, it was a bit tough for us. We got disqualified, so we've come back with a bit of a vengeance this year, and we both really wanted this one, so it's great. So we got the chocolates.
You did get the chocolates. Now, Tia, talk us through this family here and why we keep seeing their faces so often.
Oh mate, this family is so dysfunctional, but God, they work. I think we just keep pushing each other. We're here for each other, we support each other. So it's not going to be the last you see of us today. We'll see you soon, next one.
That's it. Moments, memories and medals. That's what Kira do best. Back to you guys.
That is not only another moment, not only another memory, but that is another gold medal to the tally for Kira. What a championships they are having so far. Let's take a look at those results of the Open Female Teams final here at the Aussies. And Kira Team A on top, Michaela Evans, Josephine Dutton, Bailey Nash, Taya Domaraki and Cody Nash ahead of Caves Beach in second and third. If you can't win the gold, that's the next best thing. A really impressive result for Caves Beach.
That's good point spanking for Caves. Second and third, that's a lot of points. Obviously you want to win the gold, but when you're going after that trophy, second and third place is a lot of points.
Barnwood Heads finishing just off the podium there in fourth. Curraway, Nobbies, Miami and Broadbeach Team A, the defending champions, rounding out our top 8. And now it is time for the Open Men's Teams Championship as well. We are just in a little bit of a holding pattern. And here is the start list for the Open Male IRB Teams Rescue Final here at the SHARKSKIN IRB Aussies. In alley number 1, Caves Beach White. In 2 is Kira Team A alongside Barwon Heads 13th Beach, North Cronulla, Broadbeach, Thirroul, Barwon Heads and Miami. At the 2025 SHARKSKIN IRB Aussies, it was Thirroul who took it out. They're in this final and with a chance to defend their gold medal.
Yeah, we're going to see another really close race, I think, here, and depending on surf and coming down to those transitions again. We keep talking about it, but it's so uneven. You can see where the boats are going to be at the start. That's going to happen in the changeover as well. They need to put it in the right spot.
So the team's just getting ready here after what has been a frantic afternoon of racing so far. Gold medals handed out everywhere you look. We are moving through this program in what has been a condensed program here at Southwest Rocks for the SHARKSKIN IRB Aussies. The whistle being blown there. They're now being brought in for a start. The tide is dropping out here at Southwest Rocks, and that is forcing teams to make some decisions. You could see on that shot before that Plenty of different tactics on show at the moment because the weather is starting to whip up, the wind getting a lot stronger. That's going to make those can turns even trickier.
Absolutely. If you've raced this morning and then maybe not had a race until now, you won't know that it's a bit choppy on those cans. You've got to take a notch off it when you go into a bit of chop. You don't want to lose it and spin out.
So it is all on the line here. You can see the starter taking every caution. The horn went up, but it's just come back down once again. More waves on the way. Something we've been saying a lot today so far because we are starting to get this swell filtering through. Our team's fairly even there. I will be very interested to see whether there's some late moves once that starting gun fires. Already just separating ever so slightly.
Well, yeah, you don't need your boat in the right position right now. You'll see a lot of boats wait until the gun goes and then start moving their boat.
So the horn is up and it has fired on this Open Male IRB Teams Rescue Championship of Australia. 8 teams battling it out, and there's not much splitting those 8 teams at the moment as well. A couple of the teams to the north with a slow start. Miami Beach getting thrown into the air on the southern side of the screen, but it is very close at the moment going into this first turn.
Looks like Broadbeach and North Cronulla going in there first.
That's right, but not too far behind is Barwon Heads. We can see Kira right there as well. North Cronulla in the mix too. It is Kira Team A that's out in front at the moment. Just ahead, it looks like, of Thirroul as well, our defending champions in the mix. Broadbeach right there too. It's all to race for as we go into the transition.
We've got a couple of boats that have beached right up on the beach. So we'll see if that works. Kira looks like they're about to get back in the boat, if they can get out clean.
So Kira is in clean. Kira has the best of it at the moment, ahead of Thirroul, who are our defending champions. They fly over the top of that wave, and with that speed they've got at the moment, they are right in this race. This drone angle might be a little bit deceiving at the moment. Kira and Thirroul are very close, but for Thirroul to defend their Australian title, they need to do things right, and they've gone wide around that turn, Kay.
They've spun out on that turn and they've even run over the can, so I'd be a bit worried about that one. He's just given himself an uppercut in the boat.
And that has opened the door for Kira. That is a very big advantage over Barwon Heads 13th Beach in second, and a very close finish for third. But look at our leaders. They can shoot over the top of that whitewash and jog it up the beach, because Kira Beach has just claimed another gold medal at the SHARKSKIN Aussie Championships. Can you believe the week that they have been having? Another gold medal, this time in the Open Male Teams Rescue.
So Cody Nash and Teo Domaraki have just done 3 in a row together.
That is extraordinary.
Just driving and then patienting, and also he's driving and patienting as well. So they're just on a dream run right now.
I've lost count. In the last 2 days, I have lost count of the amount of gold medals that Kira has won. They've been such a strong club for a long time, and we have known how strong Kira are, but the way they have performed over the last couple of days, this is right up there with the best team performances we've seen from them.
Absolutely. This is a dream run. When you can have the water part for you, you know you're doing something right. They didn't have to do it in that one. They just did everything right.
And everything right, they have another gold medal for Kira. When the race was on the line, they stood up and delivered. Let's relive the action as well, because Kira got away clean, but they were being pursued the whole way.
It actually surprised me to see Caves Beach hit a wave and got faster.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I don't know how that happened.
That's right. That was really well driven, but it was the turns and it was the pickups of the patience that made Kira so far out in front today. Really well executed on the finish there. It's a flying transition. I thought now Thirroul were making a really good move. Thirroul pull up alongside of them, and on this angle, Thirroul have the lead here too, but they just slid wide going around that first turn.
Yeah, and then actually got caught up on the can as well, which slowed them down even more.
Heartbreak for Thirroul, a gold medal for Kira. That was a big advantage on the way back in. It was a sprint all the way to the line, but the result was never in doubt. The celebration starting before even crossing the finishing line as well. I cannot believe it. It is another gold medal for Kira Beach, and another interview with Harold Marshall.
And a similar theme to what we saw with the Open Female Mass didn't get it done last year. You guys got second to Thurul coming into this Aussie Championships today, Ben. You had to have known that this was going to be the year.
Yeah, this has definitely been the year. Preparation's been good, and then the gear to do it is SHARKSKIN, so we're all wearing it and we're all loving it.
Yeah, let's touch on that. What is so good about the gear that you're wearing?
Mate, it's just warm. It's made with the best quality materials, and yeah, I don't know. That's all.
All right, lastly, one thing we haven't got to the bottom of. What's up with the white hair?
Tia over there, you're gonna have to ask her that question. She's bleached them all, so it's her fault.
Go down the end. No, we won't do that. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Kira teams champions of Australia. Another gold for Kira. These guys are dominating.
The hair might be bleached white, Harold, but the medals are gold. They cannot stop winning today, Kira Beach. And they've done it again in this open male IRB teams rescue. Isaac Nation, Ty Smith, Ben Domaraki, Cody Nash, and Belinda McAuliffe on top ahead of Barwon Heads 13th Beach and Miami Beach, rounding out our top three defending champions, Thurul finishing just short of the podium.
Unfortunately, we've only got 5 names up there for the teams races, same in the girls, so we had Taya Domaraki in that Kira team as well as the 6th person.
And another gold medal to the tally as well. But it's on to our next race now. And we are getting ready for the Surf Rescue Finals of Australia. This is the fastest and most furious event on the program. The Surf Rescue, the blue ribboned event for IRB racing. It's the traditional rescue over the IRB course, but once only, meaning there is no margin for error.
The last couple of races we've seen, it's all come down to those transitions and making those decisions. We don't have that in this race. It's once out and back. There is no transition. The start, where your handlers put it, is going to make a difference, but then it's just get every single thing right.
And it is a spread of clubs in this Open Female Surf Rescue Championship as well. From the top of screen in Alley 1, Kira B, Caves Beach Maroon, Broad Beach B, Miami Beach C, Barwon Heads 13th Beach, that outstanding under-23 crew alongside Kurrawa A, North Cronulla and Kira Team A. Pace absolutely everywhere you look. It's a short race, it's a fast race, and it really will be anyone's race.
It will be. We've got Kira bookending it, so if it is good on the ends, they've got 2 cracks at that. We've got the guys in the middle, we've got Miami and 13th there, so they might get that same gap that we had in the last race.
I guess the strategy is made slightly simpler in the rescue races in that not that you're holding back in either the teams or the mass, but there's no thought to where you are in the field. Every single moment needs to be 100 miles an hour.
Absolutely. You've got to nail your start, you've got to nail your turn, you've got to nail your pickup, and then first up the beach.
So just holding for our athletes on the line at the moment. That's a very interesting shot on screen. That is at least 2 boat lengths between crews as to what they are opting for with the depth. We've seen that teams can shoot out in the middle of the field there, maybe a little bit more deeper water with a slight rip or a slight gutter there rather. Banks either side. I think the waves are going to have a very big say in who comes out on top here.
Hopefully that we get a clean start. The starters are up there. We've got Brian Happ up there and starts. Really good surfer and nose surf. He's going to wait. He's going to hold on to this to try and get an even start so we can send them all out together.
And you can see that great shot on screen at the moment. We've got 2 of our officials up there on top of the scaffolding getting a bird's eye view of the start line as well. There's pointing, there's communicating. The athletes are being kept across everything as well. But for an Australian final here at the SHARKSKIN IRB Aussies, you want to make sure you get it right.
Absolutely. You don't want to send any crew under a wave. So the starters are up there stressing out about their job too. They're trying to get it right, so it's fair for everyone.
It was Venus Bay, our champions in this event last year, finishing ahead of Broad Beach in second. Who will win the 2026 title? We are only moments away from finding out. The race is underway. That is Kira on screen at the bottom of the field. And look at that start that they've made as well. They popped that wave so well, and look at the advantage.
Oh, that's Bailey Nash. She's an amazing driver. She's going into the turn now, and she's going to pick up her brother, Cody Nash, who's got an absolute truckload of gold already.
There could be one more on the way as well. It's Kira A in front ahead of Karawa A in second. Barwin heads right there as well. But Karawa's come back into this.
Turn and pickup was amazing.
Karawa is right back in this race. Kira looking for as much speed as they can get down low as they move into the break. Who will get the better run over the top of this wave? I think it's Kira. Barwin heads has come back in as well. But if they're off clean, they could win it. But I think that stumble has opened the door for Karawa. It is too close for us to call in the commentary booth here. But Karawa came late, they came fast, and that could deliver them gold.
I wouldn't want to call it up here. That's going to be a video. That's going to be a video one. But I think that Karawa may have came over the top of that.
What a dismount. What
Absolutely.
a dismount there from Karawa. That was perfection.
She used the speed of the boat to propel herself up the beach. And Bailey's a super fast runner. So she's not running down someone who's slow. She's just gotten out with momentum and used it.
It just felt as though just then, Kira, there was nothing that the team did wrong, but the water disappeared. It was sand, and that first step almost looks like a jolt to the body there as the momentum that Karawa had was just simply unmatched.
I thought when Karawa had to come over that wave, I thought that was the end of their race. But that was an amazing finish.
Let's take a look at that replay, because that was an extraordinary finish here at the SHARKSKIN IRB Championships. Kira, closest to camera at the moment, had the best of the start of the race. They got in clean, they punched this wave really well, and they execute that first turn. But out of nowhere, Karawa comes back into things.
Well, you're looking at someone execute a perfect turn and pick up, but Karawa's done it even better.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how you do better than perfect, but they did it.
Unbelievable. This is where we thought Kira could have had it run, but just a quick bump to the body there, a slight stumble coming onto the sand, and Karawa's finish was perfect. Official results are set to come, but it looked as though Karawa gets it on the line, which would be an extraordinary fight back in a race that's over in the blink of an eye.
Absolutely. That was an amazing finish. There was so much skill on show in that race from both teams.
And Kate, results are in. Karawa win. Karawa has won gold in the Open Female Surf Rescue Championship of Australia. Harold is with our winners after an unbelievable race, Harold.
Yeah, winners are grinners. It was ultra tight through there. No one knew what was happening, but confirmed you guys are now the Australian champions.
Yay, that's amazing.
Talk to us about the program. What is so special about, I guess, moving over and then being with such an awesome crew?
No, it was really good. Like, everyone's been really hyped all day. We got mass before, so it was awesome to get surf as well.
Couple of gold medals. Now, what does the off-season look like for you guys? Will you just relax, recoup, and then get ready for next season?
Well, I don't know about that. I think we might be heading back to New Zealand to do New Zealand Nationals, so it'll be pre-season starting soon for that.
No rest for the wicked, and these guys are the Australian champion for the Open Female Straight.
Thank you very much, Harold. An outstanding race, an outstanding result. It's here there being wiped away for Karawa. The emotion's starting to come to the fore. There is no greater feeling than committing yourself all year and standing on the podium at the end of the races here at the SHARKSKIN IRB Aussies. Karawa Team A of Simone Vanette, Courtney Keach and Sienna Duncan in first, narrowly ahead of Kira Team A. Barwin heads 13th Beach MS coming through for bronze ahead of Broad Beach Team B, Miami Beach C, North Cronulla, Caves Beach and Kira Team B. So that is our Open Male IRB Open Female Surf Rescue Championship of Australia, which only leaves one race to go, and that is the Male Surf Rescue. And it is a stacked field right across the board. In alley number 1, we have South Melbourne. In 2 is Queenscliff. In 3, Caves Beach. 4 is Kira A, alongside their club mates, Kira Team C in alley number 5. North Cronulla is in 6. Miami Beach D is in 7. And Kiama Downs will be on the southern end of the line in alley number 8.
We're going to see the same sort of thing in this race, Sam. It's just going to be flat out, get everything right. Probably pretty tight if we can get them off on an even start.
Well, that is certainly what we're hoping to see here for all of our teams. Kira, the defending champions in this event, but it was their B team who were looking to defend their title this year. The race is now underway. Who will be our new champions? We are about to find out. It is the fastest and most furious race on the program, and we are seeing that from the start. Miami Beach off the sand, absolutely flying.
Miami got an amazing start then. We've still got someone coming off the beach there that got hit by a bit of a wave. Everyone going in pretty closely together here.
North Cronulla and Caves Beach there with some great turns. In fact, North Cronulla might even be in front at the moment. No, it's still half a boat length back to Miami, but now North Cronulla is making a move. On the northern end of the line, it's Queenscliff and Caves Beach as well. The New South Wales clubs are coming. Perhaps North Cronulla with a slight advantage at the moment. How are they going to go down this wave? North Cronulla and Miami are battling it out for the gold medal, and the claim goes up early from North Cronulla. Celebrations, crutches in the air, sand flying everywhere because the proud Sydney club has just won an Open Australian title.
Oh, we've talked about Kira all day, but geez, North Cronulla's been putting on a show too. They've been so good in every final here. It's awesome to see them get up and get that blue ribbon one.
And a fitting reward for the club as well, and a program that has been on the rise. They've been attracting numbers. They've got such a strong culture. You can see it on screen at the moment as members run in from every single angle. And there we go, up into the air for North Cronulla. This is what it is all about at the SHARKSKIN IRB Aussies. A year of training, a year of protecting lives on our beaches, and now you are an Australian champion as well. This is really special.
That was amazing. It's always good to end on something where people are so happy. They're absolutely just stoked to win that gold medal. You can see how much it means to them.
Nathan Illis, Josh Stevens, Alyssa Hughes, the patient there, the new Australian champions. It was a really tight battle. We expect nothing less in the surf rescue too, but North Cronulla, they made a good start. They didn't have the best of the start.
No, but they hit that first wave really well. They kept their boat really low. You can see Kiama there got hit off the start. That was their race over.
Yeah, that's right. And North Cronulla opting to go for it into the turn. Look how tight they are on the can there. That was textbook.
That was amazing. It was
Miami. Yeah, it was Miami Beach that came out of that can slightly in front.
Pickup.
Nothing between them there on their way back in. North Cronulla, though, they're brave to be celebrating early, straight into the arms of their club mates as well. How good is that? It would have been only a foot, if that, over Miami Beach. It doesn't come too much closer than that, but it is clear that North Cronulla are our Australian champions. We've seen some special races. We've seen some special moments so far at the SHARKSKIN IRB Aussies. But Harold Marshall on the beach, it doesn't get much better than that.
So there's a story behind this. What did I just say to you? What was your best result in this event?
Yeah, my best result was never made it out of the first round at Aussies in 10 years.
10 years of racing, never made it out of the first round?
Not in straight races, no.
So what changed this year?
New team, new teammate, just incredible team. Just backed us the whole way.
So, what are the things that go into racing so fast? What is so special about it?
Oh, train hard, and this is what happens. You know, it's worth it. It's worth it all. It's worth it all. This is going to be special.
Nathan, thoughts?
Yeah, look, it's our second carnival ever in a boat together. To think that literally 2 weeks ago was our first time jumping in, it was, I don't know, this is amazing. Yeah. Never thought we got first at state, and now to back it up here, yes, yeah, we've got to see how we go next year now. Keen.
No racing demons with you two. It's all fresh mind. It's all clear, it's concise. Alyssa, what are we thinking?
Oh, this is fantastic. Love being picked up by these two. It's quick.
And we'll leave it at, ladies and gentlemen, the Open Straight champions of Australia, North Cronulla.
It does not get any better than this at the SHARKSKIN Aussies. 10 years of trying just to get out of a heat, but now to win an Australian championship is an incredible reward for the club. You can see Warren Rennie on screen there celebrating what is a special day for North Cronulla. The team of Nathan Ellis, Josh Stevens and Alyssa Hughes on top of the podium, ahead of Miami Beach in second by the barest of margins, and another medal for Caves Beach coming through for bronze ahead of Kira, Queenscliff, South Melbourne, Kira and Kiama Downs.
That was awesome. I can't believe that he's never made it out of a round before and then put together a pickup like that.
The Aussies always serves up some special stories like this. There is always one race each year where it just seems to not only defy the results, but defy the belief of those that are taking part. The looks on the faces of not only our competitors said it all, but also the club mates as well, racing in to celebrate, hoisting everyone in the air. It has been an unbelievable afternoon of racing as we relive some of our highlights of what we've seen here today.
It's been such good racing. Waves came into it with some things, transitions came into it. It was never just one lane. It was spread across the beach. The starters did really well to try and get them even starts in every race. So the course has been set well and we got through this carnival early so we could get it through cleanly.
Some special results as well. Kira Beach having another day to remember, a story chapter in a club that has already written so many as well. But it's the results of those smaller clubs like North Cronulla that we saw there that is certainly going to live long in the memories. Thank you so much for joining us for our open finals here at the SHARKSKIN Aussies. The Masters races are about to get underway. We will be back later this afternoon with whatever finals we can get to for that. But for now, thank you so much for watching the SHARKSKIN IRB Aussies here at Southwest Rocks.